a retired school teacher, and I've turned health coach in my retirement. And I was taking some fantastic supplements to get better and fix some of my health problems when they well. So I contacted a friend of mine, Joanne, and she suggested I try the X39. And when she told me that it was the GHK copper peptides that it would be activating for the stem cells, I said, I am in, because I knew that I had a copper deficiency because I have varicose veins, all those years of teaching. And also, I signed up right away and started using them. And within 2 days, I was feeling the difference. I had taken some medicine and it had given me chest pains. And so I quit taking it. And where I'd had the chest pains, the X39 had given me a tingling sensation, or kind of like butterflies. And then a couple days later, I was getting a tingling sensation down my hip and thigh where I'd fallen on the tile floor in my entryway. And I didn't break anything, thankfully, but I'm going, okay, this is different. and all these different sensations. So I texted Joanne and said, hey, what do you think about this? She said, oh, those are the patches reactivating your stem cells. And I said, okay, great. I love it. And by the end of the first week, I felt like a new person. I also had some hip pain, and I get from sitting on all these Zooms that we do so much the last couple of years, I had some hip pain from that. And I put an X39 patch on my one hip, and it went away within an hour. And then I was having shoulder pain from a partially torn rotator cuff that had been there for years. And so I thought, it's just jealous of the hip. I made my hip feel better. It wants some X39 too. So I put an X39 patch on my shoulder, and within half an hour, that pain was gone. And so then during the summer, I was helping, I was cleaning out a warehouse that I own to rent, because I was trying to get it ready to rent again. And I was helping the guy that I'd hired to help me load some stuff. And I thought, man, I didn't think I'd be able to do this, but I was able to. And I've been on the patches I started on them in March. And so I'd been on them for like 3 or 4 months at that time. And I just didn't realize that they would help that much. But then I fell again. I had an accident again. It was like I was very clumsy this last year. And I fell into a table and on my left side. So I put a patch on it and it started getting better, but it took a while. But usually it takes, had a big bruise there, but usually it takes at least 3 weeks for a bruise on me to go away. Within 2 weeks, the bruise was gone and I was feeling better. And it was less than 2 weeks, actually, because I was having a party because I was turning 70 last year. And so I had to get stuff ready for the party. And within 10 days, I was moving bags of mulch and tables and stuff to get ready for my party. So that's how fast it can work. It doesn't always work that fast for everybody, though.
Well, how you felt about adding the X49. That was significant.
Well, before I added the X49, I started working on my knees. And I'd heard one of David's talks about putting glutathione on the outside and Aeon on the inside, and how that would help strengthen your knees and any knee problems you had. And I've been trying to avoid having a knee replacement for years. So I wanted to try that. So I did that. And then while I was doing that, I added the X49, and I added it first on my belly, and that seemed to help my strength and stamina quite a bit. I've been able to at least double my exercises I've been doing and the time I spend on machines and stuff. But then I heard Dr. Melinda say that you needed to put it down by your knee, on the, I think it's gallbladder 34 spot. And so I moved it down there, but for about 3 days, my legs started feeling kind of rubbery. And so I decided it really wasn't working as well there for me as it was on my belly. So I moved it back and the rubberiness went away. So I figured it was just too much in addition to the other patches I had around my knees for my body to handle.